Hi there, friends. This is Sue at Miller's Laboratory. Thanks for joining me. I have another little journal that I'm going to flip through for you here, and I fell in love with this one. This one is so sweet. I think you'll like it too. It's an angel-themed journal. It is made from an old book cover that is from, I think, 1876. When we're going through the inside, we'll check for sure because I did put the page in the book that tells the age of it. It's a sweet little brown cover, and it measures 6 by 4, and it's just a little over an inch thick here on the edge. I'm going to go ahead and take this bow off. This is just some vintage lace that I used to tie the book closed. And what I did on the cover here is I left the brown, which I think is really pretty, and it has some relief to it. It has a pattern to it. And I just used this cool piece of fabric with an edge on it to cover the spine. And then on the front, I also added a piece of this really beautiful handkerchief. There are 4 signatures inside. You can see where I've stitched them here. And then I stitched them so the ends of the strings were on the outside, and then I tied some sweet little antique buttons on there to dangle on the spine. So I just think that looks really cute. So there are 128 pages altogether if you count front and back. I'm going to just zoom out just a little bit here. There we go. Make sure I have the whole thing on the screen, and let's take a look inside. So I've used angels from this pretty kit throughout the book, and I will pop that up here, probably over here, the name of the Etsy shop where I purchased that. On the inside of the book, there was some peach colored paper, and it was coming out. It was kind of warped and wrinkly, and so I took it out and I put in this old music paper instead. It's 1800s from a great big Catholic like church organist book, and it's lovely paper and it's nice and thick, so it makes a good sturdy inside for this. This is an original page from the book, and it was a German book. And I will just say that I'm always a little tiny bit nervous when it comes to German books because I just want to make sure they're not saying anything bad. So I did put my Google Translate on top of here, and I can't remember what it said, but it's just a story. It's not anything bad. So this is some wrapping paper that I just doubled over to make a page, and I liked the gold. I thought it was pretty. Here I have a page that flips out, and inside here I've tucked a little tag. You're also going to see on the tags and the journal cards throughout the book that I've used these pretty images of angel wings. There's quite a few of them in here, and those are also from an Etsy shop. And I'll put the name right here, okay, when I do my editing. All right. Here I just added a little piece of a gold doily on the top, like a little crown or a halo for her. Some gold wrapping paper here. Here I've put an old vintage paper doily across the top to just kind of join these 2 pages together. And you can see there's lots of writing space here, or space to put in your own items. Here I've made a little corner tuck with some textured paper, and there's a couple of these in here. This is an old index card I found years ago at an antique store, a whole deck of these where someone had written out lyrics to songs. I believe they're from the 40s because they were with some other documents that told me that. And I just thought those were sweet, so I just did a little collage on there to make a journal card. This little page flips out this way, and you can see it. There's stitching here. I've made like a little mini book here. So there's a couple of little half sheets, and then a couple of whole sheets, and then some little half ones again. So lots of place to write in that area. That's from a pretty little kit, a printable from the Graphics Fairy. Here, just some star tissue paper that I glued over top. And then here's that wrapping paper again. And then on this page, this is the other half of the German original book page. I've just tucked a little tiny tag here that's made from a claim check tag with a little, again, that star tissue paper collaged on the top. And just a single angel wing on that one. Its match is further in the book. You'll see it later. And we're to the second signature here. This is some scrapbook paper I've had for years with the buttons on it. I love it so much. It's kind of what inspired me to put the buttons on the spine. Page from a very old 1800s math book. And this is some pretty scrapbook paper here. A little bit of a gold paper doily there. And this is just a page from another German book. Really nice and thin and interesting feeling paper. This is some pearlescent vellum. And here we have another flip page. This one just flips out for you to write underneath. This is from an old workbook from business school. So this was like a blank check where you could practice writing checks and such. And then on the other side here it flips out as well. And I've just put a little glassine bag here with another tag inside. This peach colored paper was what was glued in as the end paper in the book. So I did salvage a bit of it and use it because I like to keep some of the original items from the book inside. This is a tag that's made from an old wedding invitation that I found in an old scrapbook from 1954. Just added some sparkly tissue paper on there, and again, the angel wings. And so this opens up to make this little tuck spot, and then this little page is made from the title page of the book. And I wanted to keep all of it. So here it tells us that the book is from 1876. Center back up there. Now we're just flipping back through and seeing some familiar pages from the beginning of the signature. This is just a little tuck spot that I made. Another pretty tag. This one I used, again, some scrapbook paper that had the gold music pattern on it. And then on the back of the card here, you can see this is the name of the girl who owned the book, Eliza Myers. That's a pretty one. And then just some more of that gold doily. And now we're to the third signature here. And because I used that peach sort of paper earlier, I wanted to bring another of that color in just to tie it together. And so this is an envelope that I had that's got a little bit of coffee dye on it. And I sealed it up and then I folded it over so it makes two little pockets here. Here is another coat check tag, and you can see that's the other wing from the pair we saw earlier. And then this opens up and flips out this way. So you can write in here and in here, and there's just another little tag here. This was really fun. I had a lot of fun with this. So I guess I'll tell you, I recently had a kind of a big life change in that I quit my job of 18 years. This is some pretty paper that I got in a pack. I love it so much. The practice was sold, the doctor retired, and I didn't care for the new doctor that purchased it. It was causing me a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of crying, and so I quit. So I am currently looking for another job. I am not able to retire at this time. That pretty little folded card. And I know I'll find something. God will bring me the right thing. But so I'm having a lot of fun because I have more time to work in my laboratory, which is awesome. All right, here's a little journal card tucked in, and I used some pleated paper there as the little tab, just plain on the back. This little fold out here, it was in an art book that I had. I saw this picture of these three ladies and I thought, oh, they need angel wings, and then they would be angels. So I just drew those on there, painted them a little bit with some pearly paint, and they're crude, but I think they're cute. Just added a label here, and then just added a little cluster folded over the edge of this page with some paper and some ribbon. It's another fold out. This is this pretty gold spotted vellum. And then on this page I punched out this circle and added a frame behind it and added something on this side. So I was just kind of playing around with that a little bit with windows. And then this page also has the hole, so I put little stars all around the inside there, and then when you turn it, it just frames that circle. That was just kind of playing around with that, but I thought it was cute. Now this page I've got a fold out. This is also from that business school workbook practice stuff, and it says November 16th, 1944. So this is a receipt. This isn't a real receipt. This is from a workbook, as I said. But that gives you lots of place to write on the back of it. And then here I have actually made like a little tag in a slipcase. So you can write on this. You can write on the back of this if you want to. And then there's also a little tag inside where you can write. Just trying to give you plenty of spots there to put your own stamp on the book and make it your own. So with the angel theme, obviously this could be a Christmas book or an Advent or a December book. I know I'm kind of late for that, but if someone purchases this right away, I would ship it to you priority and try to get it to you right at the beginning of December. I try to be very prompt with my shipping, and I actually prefer to ship by priority mail because then I have some insurance on it, and I just feel safer that way. It's more of that pretty music paper, and another gold paper here, that pretty angel. This is some tracing paper, and then in the center, this is from a French school book. I've used another piece of that vintage paper doily here, and I did line it with tracing paper, so when you're putting things in and out, they're not going to get caught in all these little holes. Just a very simple little tag here. And this one I used a little piece of Tim Holtz film strip for the tab. And then here I just have a couple of little flowers that I cut out of a journal that I bought at Goodwill or a thrift store, just on these little oval tags. So you could just write some little quotes or put a little picture on the back of those. Pretty. Here is another of those lyrics cards. This one I lined up labels all the way down and put the wings at the top and made a little tab. And this is kind of a cute little pocket here because it's sort of a side tuck, but then I added the label here so it makes it a full pocket with a little peekaboo side here, which I thought was cute. On the other side there is another pocket. one more tag. Little lace tucked in there. That's the same lace that is tying the book closed. And here's that pretty wrapping paper again. And that brings us to the end with my label here. Thanks for joining me and taking a look at this. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and I just want to wish everyone a wonderful day. I hope you have many things to be grateful for. I certainly do. And one of those things is you. So thank you, and have a blessed Thanksgiving. Bye.